Okay, what I do, this is how I do my turkey at home. So I break my bird down, but you can buy just a crown from the supermarket. Take off the legs.
What size is this turkey?
I always use a 10 to 12 pound turkey, so I prefer to cook 2 crowns rather than have one giant monster
Is that
bird.
because you have 2 augers?
What's we like?
He does, he has 2 augers.
Very funny.
You've thrown him now.
Everyone wants to eat white meat, don't they?
Yes, yes.
Kiddies tend not to like the thigh. Adults prefer the white. They'll have some thigh if they have to. The reason why I cook 2 birds because it's easy to cook 2 small birds and deliver them perfectly, rather than try and cook a giant bird, which people put in the oven and and what happens is it prevents the oven from doing its job because the heat can't circulate.
Yeah.
And people tend to panic with big turkeys. They go, I'll give it another half an hour, it doesn't really, I'm not sure. And so therefore, you know, it's just very simple. And that size turkey, well, just over an hour in the oven and it's done perfectly.
So if you were cooking for 12 people...
I use 2 of these.
Excellent.
2 crowns.
2 crowns.
So I always take out the breast, the wishbone, so it's easy to carve. So you think as long as that meat behind the back of the bone, and secondly it prevents you from carving nice slices. The first 2 or 3 are okay. So there's our turkey. Do this.
You're not cooking it whole either, you're
No.
chopping it all up into pieces.
Little joints. Then what I do, I take my bones. You can't get turkey. If you're buying a crown, ask your friendly butcher if he can give you some chicken bones or some turkey bones. As you can see, I take the drumsticks. There's no real meat on them really, but it's full of flavour for gravy.
Jen's wearing it.
There's our bones. Great. Can you have my green bones, please? Roger. Take all that away. So, here's some I roasted earlier. And so, it's just turkey bones, 2 onions and a head of garlic. It's as simple as that. Now some water, please. Yeah.
Sorry, ladies. How long did you cook that, Marco?
What's that?
How long did you cook it?
In the oven.
Yeah.
It opens up. They've been in there about 45 minutes. But you know, your oven may take an hour, it may take 35, depending. Everyone's oven is different. So time should only ever be a guide. This is turkey paste, which is, I suppose, it's the same as North chicken bouillon on stock. It's made with fresh turkey bones. Put it back. So,
Marco, is that available in supermarkets or is that just something
no,
you can get?
it's just something I get from Blogger Masterclass.
Right.
But what I would recommend is use North chicken bouillon or North stock pots.
Yeah.
But I'd have to.
Yeah.
They're very good products.
Yeah.
But I've always, sorry, they're really good.
Yeah.
See, I'm no different to anybody else in this room. At home, I don't make fresh stocks. But the simple reason is because I haven't got the equipment. And the bottom line is, I haven't got the time. And so, when I used to cook professionally, I'd always use that rather than salt, because it gives you a better flavour. So I'd use North chicken bouillon as a seasoning, not as a stock. So now we put our gravy on, so while we haven't put the turkey yet, this should go on before the turkey. Easier.
Dead easy.
Stress-free. Equal quantities of good sausage meat and paxo. I made this with 6 packets of paxo, which said that I would have had to have used 3 litres. I only use 2 litres. I make it drier because I'm stuffing the bird, you see. So therefore, the water content within the bird, when you stuff a bird, the paxo acts as a sponge and absorbs that turkey water. Like all meat, whether it's a duck, chicken, beef, lamb, it's all got water content. Okay, so therefore we put that in there. Put our onions in there, our fried onions. Our chopped sage. Thank you, Matthew. So, these are frozen cranberries. They're not in season yet, so that's why we're using frozen. Got a small pan, please, boys. So 500 grams of cranberries, 250 grams of sugar, little orange juice, little port. If I was using fresh cranberries, I'd throw it all into the pan together. But because they're frozen cranberries, what I'm going to do is put the cranberries and the sugar in the pan. As the heat comes into the cranberries, it releases water. Because they're frozen, that structure which holds it together is broken down, so it's a lot wetter. So therefore what I will do then is I'll bring it to the boil, so therefore the sugar dissolves, makes a syrup with the juice of the cranberry, and then what will happen is I'll cook it down a bit. Because really what is a cranberry sauce? It's a very wet jam. And then once that's done, I'll add that to my cranberry, my pork. Now, thank you, Matthew. So, turkey tongue. Some famous chefs say don't stuff a turkey, but maybe they're talking about the whole bird. So as you see, but just in the cavity, just put some there.
Very great with that one.
So that's the neck.
That's just where the crop is. Imagine the crop of the bird. We're just filling that little bit. We'll take the thighs.
What's the spanner?
That's orange juice for the cranberry sauce, and that's pork for the cranberry sauce. Just fingers under the skin. Just wet your hand, wet your fingers. There's your little joint called thigh.
Would you be able to prepare this before Christmas Day?
Yeah. So you could do it a day before. Get your butter. Because you just bring where the compost. And your bird.
Is that olive oil?
No, try butter. But you can use oil if you want to use. You see people sort of seasoning turkeys very heavily with salt. What does he do apart from create a salt crust? Because it's impossible for salt to penetrate the flesh. So therefore, just season it lightly on the top. And then when it's carved, you're going to just put a bit more spring, that's your choice.
What's that?
Roger. There's our thighs. So, a breast should be served at 66 degrees Celsius. We will take that out when it's about 63, wrap it in tin foil, so therefore the heat goes to 66. So from 63 to 66 it's resting, and then we carve out 66. The thighs should be cooked up to 72 degrees Celsius. We take out about 69 degrees, wrap them, take them to 72, and then we serve them. Thank you, Matt. So you can see, thank you, Matt. There's the cranberries, they're starting to break down. In with the pork, the orange juice. And then just cook that down so the food starts to break, starts to thicken. And really what you have is a very wet jam. And that's your cranberry sauce. Any questions, ladies?
What was that orange juice and what?
Pork. Ruby pork. So what do you think? It's really stress-free, really, when you think about it. It's not that hard to get. I took a whole bird. But if you bought a crown, bought your pack's head, bought your sausage meat, chop your sage, chop your onion, fry it, put it together, assemble it the day before, get some carcasses from the butcher, get them to chop it for you. It's easy, isn't it? Any questions?
Would you definitely advise people to chop their turkey into pieces like you did today, rather than cook it whole? Because I'm just
Well,
so used to seeing it whole and
I would recommend the domestic cook at home to buy a crown.
Right.
That's what I would recommend. And have a chat with a friendly butcher
Yeah.
if they've got some spare turkey bones or some spare chicken carcasses, which you can chop them for you. You could just start collecting and freeze them. This time of year, you could go down and see if you have a couple of chicken bones or chicken legs and just chop them up. And because Christmas Day is a very special day, it's the most important family day of the year. And yes, most families will use pesto, but I'm showing you how to make a very straightforward gravy, which I make at home. With just water, the bouillon, onion and garlic.
You don't put any wine in this one.
It's a gravy, it's not a sauce. Once you start putting the wine in, it's no longer gravy, it becomes a sauce. I think the gravy is just very basic, very delicious with that lots of it. Ah. So when you think now, the turkeys are roasting, the gravy's on, the cranberry sauce is made. Ah, oh. See, that's my problem, which I've got that. And there's your cranberry sauce. As you can see, there's your cranberry sauce.
How long would you cook that for? I mean,
Like cooked it while I was talking to you.
5.
Well, it's more of you
Visual, okay.
So if you're using frozen ones, just sugar that, beat to the boil, see the water release, take it down so it's like a heavy syrup, but add your jam, cook it down a little bit more so you can start to see the black cranberries break down. You see, so that's what you've got to visualise. Right, can I have my turkeys, please? Can you all take a knife and fork, please, ladies? Sorry. Come on. So there's our cranberry sauce, which is sort of made.
Bring some up for you.
Okay, so there's our turkey.
So you have to know if
So now what we do is take our stuffing.
But they
This one
have to
I'll
get
put
one first. You know, it says grilled fish. You like it?
You're a small spoon. You all got a knife and
I
fork?
can't either.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
I like one of the assistants. We'll pass me in.
That's what I need.
Who said you can't stuff a turkey? Who's that lady?
We said,
Did someone say you can't stuff a turkey?
I would never say anything like that.
no. Not in here, anyway.
That must be in the other group.
Yeah, they're the troublemakers.
So, we got turkey. So as you can see, there's the stuffing. Just get your knife.
Brilliant.
Marco, who cooks your Christmas lunch? Do you do it yourself every year?
It's been cagey now.
Whether or not to tell the truth.
Do I do my Christmas lunch every year?
Tell me
You should go out, surely.
After 2 months.
I tend to go out, if I'm really honest.
Yeah.
Love that. And are you critical?
No.
It's great for someone else's diet.
Right. Turkey.
Look at that. That's the best bit.
So I always take my skin off first.
Yeah, so do I, because I've eaten it before. Yeah, you know.
I think you think that comes without
Tell you what, there are very definitely mixed. It means that I'm not Marco, what's your professional opinion on things like turducken and birds stuffed inside birds?
I don't get it, the ground. It's like a Nadine. The problem with it is you start with a small bird and the next bird is slightly bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It becomes that big. But by the time the bird inside is cooked, the bird on the outside is overcooked. That's the problem with it. Very pretty though. But you can do small ones like a little galantine, about so big, and serve them cold or starter usually or something with a couple of sauce, which is fine. But the big ones, I don't get them. Butchers are starting to do it now, aren't they? Just to... Right, so there's our thigh meat.
Sorry. Am I in your way?
Just to show that.
I might see that.
You like skin?
Blogging world, we are all even.
I think everybody likes skin, yeah, definitely.
You do, I don't need it.
10-second rule. 10 seconds.
What's the 10-second rule? Oh, I see.
It's fine. It's a minute in our house. Just pick it up.
Exactly. Occasionally it's the 5 to 2.
We won't tell.
In animal space, it's
You can tell recently you clean the floor.
Roger, Matt.
Just clean the floor, then it's good for a few minutes.
As long as the dog hasn't licked it, it's fine.
Get in before
If that's 10 minutes, so be it.
My a friend of our family had a dog with a little chunk out of a cake she made. She bought a shop bought cake, stuffed the shop bought cake in the hole, and realised it.
Perfect. Perfect.
There you
all
are.
about the presentation, guys. Gals.
Do two of them together.
We should.
Just take it, Dean, while it's hot.